You're getting enough sleep, so why do you still feel drained? The truth is, the real culprits behind your constant fatigue often have nothing to do with your pillow. Welcome. If you're here, you've probably asked yourself, why am I always tired more times than you can count? You might be hitting your sleep target, yet you're still running on empty by 2 p.m., relying on that third coffee just to push through. Today, we're moving beyond the usual sleep more advice. We'll explore 3 hidden, science-backed causes of persistent fatigue that fly under the radar, explain exactly how they drain your energy, and most importantly, give you one powerful, actionable solution you can start today. Let's begin. Just hit the subscribe button. Hidden cause number 1, the blood sugar rollercoaster. The first hidden energy thief isn't about how much you eat, but what and when. Think about a common desk job day. A quick muffin for breakfast, a sandwich at your computer, maybe an afternoon snack to beat the slump. This pattern puts you on a blood sugar roller coaster. Here's the mechanism. When you eat highly processed carbs and sugars alone, your blood sugar spikes rapidly, giving you a short burst of energy. Your pancreas then releases insulin to bring it down, but often overcorrects, leading to a crash. This crash isn't just about feeling hungry, it's a direct signal to your brain and body that energy is critically low, triggering fatigue, brain fog, and cravings. It's a cycle that leaves you perpetually drained, no matter how many hours you sat at your desk. Possible solution is to pair your carbs with protein, fibers, or healthy fat. Example, instead of just a muffin, have the muffin with a handful of almonds or Greek yogurt. Instead of just toast, add avocado or an egg. This simple combination slows the sugar rush, smooths the crash, and provides steady, long-lasting energy. Hidden cause number 2, sedentary inflammation. This might sound counterintuitive, but being too still is exhausting. Long hours of sitting, whether commuting, in meetings, or binge-watching, can promote a state of low-grade systemic inflammation. The science is clear. Prolonged inactivity causes muscles to become metabolically sluggish and releases pro-inflammatory molecules. Your immune system detects this as a low-level threat and remains slightly activated, a process that consumes a tremendous amount of your body's energy reserves. So that deep fatigue after a day of back-to-back Zoom calls, it's not just mental stress, it's often a physical inflammatory drain on your system. Possible solution is to break up long sits with movement snacks. Example, set a timer for every 45 to 60 minutes. When it goes off, stand up and move for just 2 to 3 minutes. Walk to get water, do a quick stretch, or take a lap around your home. These micro breaks signal your muscles and immune system to reset, dramatically reducing the inflammatory drain. Hidden cause number 3. Cognitive overload. Your brain uses up to 20% of your body's energy. In our modern world, we're constantly fueling a cognitive overload. Endless notifications, multitasking between work apps, scrolling through social media feeds, and the constant low-grade stress of being always on. This isn't just about feeling busy. Each task switch, each decision, from what to have for lunch to responding to a message, depletes neurochemicals like dopamine and overtaxes your prefrontal cortex. Your brain quite literally runs out of expensive fuel. The result? Mental exhaustion that manifests as profound physical tiredness, making even simple tasks feel monumental. Possible solution is to schedule deliberate brain breaks to consolidate tasks and recharge. Example, instead of reacting to notifications all day, batch your email and message checks into 2 to 3 specific time blocks. Between these blocks, give your brain 10 to 15 minutes of true rest. Step outside without your phone, stare out a window, or do a simple, mindful task. This allows your prefrontal cortex to refuel, preventing the drain of constant switching. Bonus tip. A quick bonus tip, dehydration is a direct cause of reduced blood volume, forcing your heart to work harder, making you feel sluggish. Keep a water bottle handy and sip regularly. Remember, this content is for educational purposes only and not a substitute for professional medical advice. Consult a qualified health professional for personal concerns. Persistent fatigue could be a symptom of underlying conditions like anemia, thyroid issues, or sleep disorders. I want to hear from you. Which of these hidden causes, blood sugar swings, sedentary inflammation, or cognitive overload, resonates most with your daily life? Share your experience in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe for more everyday health tips that help you feel better, one science-backed step at a time. Thanks for watching.